What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Last week, if you remember, we did some testing with the no prep drag car for the first time in a while. I got the new Tekin ESC in, got it in the car, and did some testing with it. It looks really promising, it's got a lot of power. If you haven't seen that video yet, make sure to go check that one out first. Originally, I wanted to do some more testing today. Try out a couple things, play around in the ESC some more. But I did want to make some changes first, and I thought one of those changes would make a pretty cool video. I mentioned in that video that I had to lower the wheelie bar. I didn't like how high the front end was coming off the ground. And right now, to raise and lower the wheelie bar, I have these two screws, one on each side. And the side plates are slotted so that when you loosen up the screws, you can move the wheelie bar up and down. And that works, it's pretty nice. But the problem is, with the body on the car, I can't get to those screws. So to make adjustments in between passes, I have to take the body off of the car, and that's just not ideal. I've had an idea for a while for a different design of a wheelie bar, and then I saw a picture on Instagram of a very similar design. So today, I'm gonna make another wheelie bar. As many of you know, this one started off as an RC Racing Innovations wheelie bar. I ended up breaking that one when I rolled the car, so I used the side plate that wasn't damaged as a template and cut out some new side plates myself. So basically, this is still the same wheelie bar, just remade by me. What we're going to try to do today, while I make the new one, is take you through the process of making it. We'll make a template in here first. I'll show you what I'm going to use for adjustability, and then we'll go outside and cut out the carbon fiber, sand it, make it look nice and pretty, and then come back to install it, and hopefully everything works like I planned. So with the wheelie bar all apart, I'm going to start out with the side plates. I know I want the same length as the originals, so I have a scrap piece of construction paper here that I'll line it up on the corner, since I know the corner should be square. I know it'll stop about here, and I'll actually trace out the radius. The other thing I know is I want this hole in the same spot as well as this one, so I'll mark both of them. From here, all I want is a straight side plate. So using this as sort of a straight edge, I can get the top line sketched in. Now I want to mark off my locations for the standoffs. I'm lining it back up because I want this first one near the wheel in the same spot. After marking that one, I think I'm only going to put one more about halfway right here. Ideally, I'd like to have them both in the center of the plate. So now, I'll go get this cut out and I'll be right back. The template is cut out and we can compare it to the old wheelie bar to make sure it's the same length. I just realized I'm out of carbon fiber, so I'll either have to cut up these old plates, or I think I might have some aluminum flat bar. So maybe I can make it out of that. I'll have to see when I get out there. For the adjustability, I wanted to use a turnbuckle. That way, with a couple of turns of a wrench, I could raise and lower the wheelie bar easily. I unfortunately didn't have any turnbuckles that would work like I wanted either. But I still want to get a prototype made today so I can make sure it works and then just order everything to remake the final one later. So I pulled some turnbuckles off of my Arma Notorious. They're very close to the length I wanted. They are oversized, way oversized, but they should work just for a prototype. I'll order some other ones once I know this will work at this length. I'm mocking up the template and the turnbuckle on the car. This is so I can get a rough idea of where the hole should go in the side plates. This turnbuckle is at its shortest length right now, so I'm going to mark the hole as the wheelie bar would be at its highest position. That way, when the turnbuckle is lengthened, it'll lower the wheelie bar. Now we can head outside, use this template, and try to cut out some side plates for the bottom. Well, I didn't have any more carbon fiber, and I also couldn't find any aluminum flat bar, so this is definitely just going to be a prototype. I used the old side plates I had and just cut the top section off. You can see it's a very ugly cut. When I noticed I didn't have any material, I didn't take my time on it, just went through and made a quick cut. So the goal now is just to make sure this will work like I want, and then I'll order the material and make the real one. One thing I do want to note, you saw me cutting this with the Dremel. For one, you noticed I had gloves on. 2, I had a face shield on. And 3, I was in a well-ventilated area in the shed. Ideally, I would have had a vacuum or something sucking up the dust, but the fan in the wall of the shed does a pretty good job of limiting the amount of dust I could take in. So now I'm going to get these plates bolted in on the side, and we can move on from there. Next up, we'll install the standoffs and the turnbuckles. And last up is the wheels. So that was relatively easy to install. It looks pretty cool. Obviously it'll look better when I take my time making these side plates and have the actual links on the permanent one. But this is a good start to show off and test the prototype. The reason for the turnbuckles, like I mentioned, is for adjusting up and down. This isn't the right size wrench, but what I'll be able to do is bring a turnbuckle wrench out with me, and it'll be easy to move the wheelie bar up and down with just a few turns. These are pretty tight, so it's a little hard, but it should be really easy to adjust once I get the right turnbuckles on. I can adjust left to right to make sure it's perfectly level, or I can even do some fine adjustments for further left or right to help steer the car if I need. With the body on, it'll still be under the wing, but I can easily get to it to make quick adjustments on the fly. I am a little worried about the very end here breaking if it takes a hard hit on the side, but we'll just have to wait and see for that. After I wrap up this video, I'll pull this completely back apart, take some measurements on the turnbuckles so I can order some new ones. I'll order some more carbon fiber so I can remake those bottom plates, and then I should have a pretty nice functional wheelie bar. So a little different today. Brought you outside and showed you a little on how I make parts like this, how my thought process works, I guess. Things are a little slow around here this time of year with the weather and hurricane season, so most of my videos recently have been inside. I do want to get outside and make some more running videos, but hopefully I'll be able to get back out soon. I'm ready to do some more testing. I'm thinking of making some suspension changes too, but I want to keep it to one change at a time. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, something a little different today. Let me know what you think. Obviously this isn't pretty at all, it's just a prototype, but let me know what you think about this idea and how you think it'll work. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, thanks again for watching. Peace.